Okay, what does a proc print does? So print what it will do? Print what it does? It will print your data set. That's it. Okay. So now proc print. This procedure prints all or some of the variables in your SAS dataset and optionally prints out tables and subtotals for numeric variables. Okay, right. So now syntax for this is proc print options where is variable list, id variable list, by variable list. So list means nothing but you what all the variables you wanted to mention in this id statement you can mention. So what are the variables you wanted to print you can mention in where statement. And what are the variables with respect to which categories you wanted to present, you have to use your by variable list. And page by variable. So with respect to which category you wanted to do pages, and sum by with respect to which category you wanted to perform totals, and some variable means which with what is the total you wanted to do, for which variable you wanted to apply totals. So all these are all different options. Okay, right. So now data. So I have a data set demographic underscore CSV. Fine. So now I wanted to read this data set into your file. So what I need to do, first of all, I guess demo. Demo means which data have taken this? 7 November. 7 November for okay. So now what I need to do, I have to read this data set, correct? So demographic. So to read this data set into SAS, what I need to do? I have to write my okay. So now demographic underscore data set is created. Fine. So now what I'm doing, I'm printing this data set. So simply I'm writing my proc print data equal to my data set name. So this is normal way how you will print your data set. So now if you are printing this data set, what it does, it prints all the variables present in that data set. Correct. So whenever it is running the program, okay. So whenever you are running this program, it prints all the variables present in this data set. Okay. Now I don't want to print all the variables. I wanted to present only few variables. So in this case, I have an option called where. Okay. Before going to where also, I have few options. Those options are no OBS. No OBS means, so what happens while SAS is printing here, so it will automatically generate a column called OBS. Okay. Right. It will automatically generate a column called OBS. So now editor, here if I write no OBS, it will not print your data set, or it will not print your OBS column here. Okay, so this is one option. No OBS is one option. Whenever I'm using this no OBS, it will not present this column OBS. Okay, fine. Next one, OBS is equal to, I can also write my name. Suppose somebody wants to present that information as serial number, is equal to s.no. Okay, somebody wants to present this information as serial number. Okay, so OBS is equal to serial number. Now, if I run this program, so you can see this in place of your OBS, you can see serial number. Okay, right. So next case, the next option I have is heading. So heading, what I am doing here. So now next option is proc print data equal to your demographic underscore data, OBS is equal to rights, like, and I have heading is equal to vertical. Okay, so now if I run this program, if you look at your headings, all these things will be in a vertical. So now if you see here, all your headings are in vertical, and in place of OBS, you can give your serial number as well. So you can give your name as well, whatever it is. Okay, so the important point here you need to notice is heading is equal to vertical. Whenever I am giving this option, so all your headings will be presented in vertical position like this. Okay, right. Next one is double. It double spaces the printed output. Okay, so it doubles the printed output. Now I'm just running this program. So after running this program, okay, so no OBS double. So the lines difference, you will have one single line difference here, like you will get one single space. But whereas if you see in your previous one, so if you see here, if you are seeing this observation in your previous print, what happens? It is there is no space between your observations. But now if you see, there is a space between your observations. Whenever I use the option double, it gives one single space between your rows. Fine. N prints the number of observations. Okay, N, what it does, it prints the number of observations. So now I just added this one more N, that's it. So at the last, if you see, it will print your data set, and at the last what it does, so it will give N is equal to total number of records. So now you can see here at the last of your print, it says N is equal to 62. Means there are 62 observations in your report. I mean to say in your data set. Those 62 observations it has presented, it has printed into your output. Fine. And label. I can apply my label in data step level. Also, I can apply my label in procedure in print level as well. So all that I need to do is I have to use this option label. So for this I have to mention my label in the beginning as an option. After that I have to describe what is my label. So label, sex is equal to gender, income is equal to salary. So whenever I am running this program, your variable sex will be displayed as gender. Okay, and your variable income is displayed as salary. So I just run this program. You can see your variable sex is displayed as gender, and your variable income is displayed as salary. Okay, right. So likewise, you can also apply labels to your variables in procedure as well, procedure talk step as well. Next one is split option. Okay, split option, what it does. So all this is same. Now I'm using one more option called split. So whenever I'm using this option split, so whenever it is finding a star symbol, what happens, it will be printed as EMPLOYEE. In next line it will print ID. Means what happens? This label it will split into next line. What after star, whatever the text you give, it will be printed in your next line. Okay. So now I'm running this program, demographic underscore data. So no OBS double N label split. So I'm just running this program. Okay. If you see here, for your employee name, actually the variable name is employee ID, EMPID. Actual name of your variable is EMPID, but I wanted to present this as employee ID. So for this reason, I have used my option label. And in addition to this, I wanted to break this. I wanted to present this in 2 lines near title. So for this, I am using the option split. So after split, whatever the special characteristic you mention here, so if it is finding this same special characteristic, after special characteristic, whatever the text you give, it will be displayed in next line. Okay. Here employee ID, employee, after that you are finding name. Okay. Employee name. Fine. So this is how I can display my variable names as per my requirement. Uniform. So by default, your SAS will format all the pages uniformly. There is nothing special here. So I simply use the option uniform. Okay. I simply use the option uniform. So by default, it is taking what it is taking. See, you can see all the values are taking to 3 decimal places like 124.320. Uniformly, it is printing. See. Okay. Right. So previously, if you see here, it is having only 2 decimal places, but now here it is having 3 decimal places because it is having the value 142.385. So uniformly, it is maintaining your decimal places. And next one is round. So it rounds the values to number of decimal places. So simply I use round. It also rounds here number of decimal places. So here it is what it is doing. Previously height you have seen to how many places? 3 places, but now it is rounding to 2 places. So 192.76, all these things it is rounding. Okay, right. So these are all the different options which are available in Proc Print. Okay. So the first option, again I'm repeating. So it is OBS. After that I have option heading. After that I have double. Next N, label, split, uniform, round. Okay. Right. These are all the options available in SAS, particularly for this. Okay. Next one is where statement. Okay. So where statement is used to select the variables which you wanted to print. Okay, where statement, what it will do, it will print the variables which you wanted to, it will select the variables which you wanted to print. Fine. So now I'm just running this program. I'm using my where statement now. Okay. So previously, when I was running the program, you can see all the variables present in that particular data set. But I don't have anything. So I don't have any work with all other variables. I just only want few variables. Okay. So those few variables, what I'm doing is I'm mentioning that in var statement. Okay. So every option is same. Additionally, I have used this line. Additionally I have run this only line. Okay. So var, what is var? Zone, zonal head. So these two variables I want. Region, regional manager. These two I want. Employee name, sex, income. So I want only these variables from this data set. Okay. So now I'm running this program. Okay, I'm running this program. Now you can see only selected number of variables. So in my previous print you have seen lot of variables, but in this case what all the variables you are specifying in var statement, only those will be displayed. Only these will be available for your print. Okay, right. And next one is where statement. Okay, next one is where statement, where statement. So where you can apply for your data step and where you can apply for your proc print as well. Fine. So now if you wanted to filter your raw data, then we can also use your where statement in proc print as well. So now I just run this program. So from this data set, I just wanted to print only male records. Okay, so I wanted to print only male records where sex is equal to male. Fine. So now it will print only male records. So rest other options are same. So I added one more thing here where sex is equal to male. That's it. So now if you observe your output, it will display only your male observations. It will display only your male observations. At the same okay, previously it is 62. Out of 62, 35 are males. Right. The next one is ID statement. Okay. So whenever you are using this ID statement, what are the variables you specify in ID statement? Those variables will be coming in place of OBS. Okay. So somebody by looking at one observation, if they wanted to understand about that entire record, those kind of variables you need to place it in ID statement. Okay. So now here I'm running this program. I just added one more option here, ID. Okay, right. So now I'm running this program. Zone. So I told you, right, whenever I am specifying this variable in ID, that variable will be presented in place of OBS. Okay. So by seeing this, okay, this guy belongs to South Zone. Okay, South Zone team. So this is your team West. Okay, this person belongs to your team East. The rest others, by seeing this variable, you can come to an understanding. Okay, fine. So now, because I specified my variable in ID statement, the same variable I am specifying in zone. Here, no need of writing two times. Simply I delete this, and if I run this program now, you can see the output will be clear. So this is East zone, this is West zone, North, South, all these things, it will be coming into your ID statement. After remove zone, okay, I've removed that system. And by statement. Okay, so if you wanted to print your output with respect to particular category, then we have to use by statement. Okay, so when we use by statement, what it does, it prints data separately on each group of by variables. So wherever we are using by statement, it should be in sorting order. Okay, so now I just run this program. demographic underscore data, right? So next, proc print data equal to demographic underscore data, no OBS, double N. So label split, all these things are same. So whenever I use my by statement with respect to this by variables, with respect to these categories, it will print your observations. Now I'm running this program. You can see here. So zone equal to east. It will display all your employees related to east zone. So after that, what it will show? It will show north. After north, it will show south. Finally, it will show west. Okay, right. So this is how you will get your details with respect to your zones. So whenever whatever the variable you specify in your by statement, so with respect to that variable categories, your report is printed. Next one is ID zone. So ID zone also what it will give? It will present your zone variable first. Next one is page by zone. So now if you observe here, in your output statement here, so east zone is coming. After that, east zone is done. So actually east zone has only 2 records. So that is the reason what happened. North zone values are also placed in the same report, in the same page. Now I don't want this in the same page. I want zone wise separate pages. I wanted to display my zone details in separate pages. Now for this we have an option called page by. We have a statement called page by statement. So if I use this page by statement, all your categories will be displayed with respect to your zone. Okay. So now I just run this program. If you see here, even though your east zone is having only 2 records, here north zone is not continued because I use the option page by. Okay. Whenever I use the option page by, even though it is 2 records or 5 records, each and every zone will be printing in a separate page. Okay, right. Next one is sum by zone, which with respect to zone, you wanted to perform some totals. Okay, with respect to zone, you wanted to perform some totals. Fine. So now, so to perform totals, your variable type should be, to perform totals, your variable type should be, how your variable type should be? It should be numeric, right? If it is a character data type, will you be able to perform totals? No, right? So I wanted to perform totals for numeric. So sum, I have my variable salary, right? Salary or income. Suppose sum income. Okay. So now if I run this program, so it is performing total for your income, right? So if you see, each and every page it is separating your zone details. So east zone is completed here. So from east zone, I got income 3,98,000. Okay. So from north zone, I got 1,44,000. And from south zone, I got 2,37,000. From west zone, I got 2,66,000. So here it is showing you grand total 10,45,000 is your end of the day your income. Okay. So this is income from all the zones. So this is your sum by statement. So sum by statement along with sum produces totals to your numeric variables. Any questions from this so far? What are we completed? So any questions from this options? No questions. Fine. So next one is title option. Okay. So title statement, what it does. it assigns title for your report. Okay, generally this should be written on the top of your report. So this way, this should be written in your top of your report. So now this default title is SAS system. So whenever you are running this output, the default title you'll get here is the SAS system. Your date and time, obviously it will come. Okay, right. Now I wanted to give some more titles. Okay, apart from this, I wanted to give some more titles. So I can show with an example here. So it is a global option. So title is a global option. You can write anywhere in your program. Either you write in the beginning of your print, either you write in between of your print, no worries. Your title will be applied. And one important point here is your SAS will be able to take a maximum of 10 titles only. Okay, so if up to 10 titles, 10 titles means it is more only. So if you are giving 20 titles, your page will be occupied with titles only, right? So for this reason, maximum you will be able to store, you will be able to assign 10 titles for your print. Okay, fine. So now same as with your footnote. So it assigns footnotes to your report. Okay, so generally footnote means it should be the bottom of your report. So same option here as well. So it is a global option and you can write anywhere in your program. So maximum we can write 10 footnotes. Okay, so this is your title and footnotes, right? So now I am using this title footnotes. I'll just show an example how to use this title and footnotes, right? So now I can write my title 1. So employee details. Title 2. My company. Footnotes 1. Generated by Raj. Okay, so if I run this program, so you can see this is generated by Raj. So you can see employee details is your title and my company is your company name, and at the end you can see generated by so and so person. Okay, so footnote means whatever the text you give in footnote statement, it will be displayed at the end of your report. Whatever the text you give in your titles, it will be displayed on your top of your report. Okay, right. So now here I have few more options. Okay, so title J is equal to left. J is equal to left means this will be presented towards your left side, and F is equal to Arial, okay, and H is equal to 7. H is nothing but thickness of your title, and next one is J is equal to right, F is equal to Times New Roman, and H is equal to some 6. I think I have to present this in fine. Okay, so now I'm just running this program. I have J is equal to L means left, F is equal to Arial, H is equal to 7. Now if I run this program, so here your details are coming towards your left side. So Times New Roman, I have to give together same. So now if you see my company, this title is showing towards your right side. So I told you, right, it increases your font. like more or less like whenever I give h is equal to 7, height is equal to 7, you can think like that also. So here it is having more text, like font size is more. Here the font size is less. So likewise also you can change your fonts as well. Okay, and I think we have color option also. We can give some colors also. C is equal to, say if I write C is equal to red. So whose favorite color is red? C is equal to blue. You can write here A is equal to C. C is equal to I can give green. Okay, so now I'm running this program. You can see your text is displayed in red color, this is in your blue color, and final one is in your green color, and this is in center. Okay, so likewise you can generate reports as well. Fine. So any questions from these options?
J means
Justification.
H means height.
H means height. For your understanding, you can imagine H is a height. Okay. Right. So in this, I can also use my ODS. So what is ODS? ODS stands for Output Delivery System, right? If I wanted to export my results from SAS to a PDF file, I can use this. ODS PDF file is equal to, I have to give path D drive SAS sample dot PDF. So simply at the end I'm going to write ODS PDF close. So if I run this program, what happens? This entire report will be converted into a PDF and it will be stored in your F drive SAS with text sample.pdf. Correct? This is what I have generated now. Agree? Right. So if somebody wants to create a Excel file, or somebody wants to create some Word document. Word document, what I need to do? Simply, I have to replace your PDF with RTF. That's it. Okay, ODS RTF file is equal to your F drive SAS sample.rtf. So ODS RTF close. So after running this program, you'll get this information in a Word document. This Word document again it will store in. So this Word document again it will store in your F drive with name sample.this. So you can see red color, green, blue color, and of today you can see generated by Raj in green color. Okay, right. So somebody wants to generate this report in HTML file. Okay, so HTML file by default here it is generating, but somebody wants to save this. So in place of RTF, simply write HTML. Okay, now simple. So everywhere it is HTML. So now if I run this program, by default it will create that HTML, and if you go to your F drive SAS, so it has to create that HTML. Fortunately, this is having some driver issue. HTML. So this is having this driver issue. It will not generate, but still in real-time scenarios it will generate, no issues. Let me close this and try. I hope. This is issue. Okay. So generally in the real-time scenarios it works. but this is a pirated version. Hopefully that may be the issue. And in place of HTML, I wanted to generate a CSV file. Okay, I wanted to generate a CSV file. So now you can see ODS CSV file is equal to f drive as sample.csv ODS CSV close. So now if I run this program, it is opening a CSV file. See, it is giving a CSV file. Correct. Fine. So next one. So next one, what I wanted to get this information into a Excel file. Okay. So in place of CSV, what you are going to do is tag sets dot Excel XP. Okay. Tag sets. Okay. Tag sets dot Excel XP. So sample dot XLS. So I just run this program. So writing file to this F drive SAS sample.xls. So now if I open this program, I will find this sample.xls. 18th August. Okay, modified 3rd December 2015. So now if you see, it has created this report. In a separate sheet it has created, you see. Because I have used all my page by, sum by, all these things, right? So it has created this report in a separate sheets. Okay, right. So this is all about your Proc Print and SAS ODS. So still anything to know? Anything to know? Any questions from this so far? No questions? So if no questions, happy. So if you are having any questions, just let me know. Okay. So any questions, let me know. Fine. So in this case, I'll stop this here. Okay. So still we have to go with proc PW encode, right? Proc PW encode, that's it, right? Rank, set INIT, sort is done. बोलो भाई. అర్థం కాలే, చెప్పండి. హలో, ఎవరైతే చెప్తున్నారు? Okay then. So if anything there, you can type also. No worries. I can see and I can respond. So for today, I'm stopping this at the moment. So tomorrow we'll go with new procedures. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So tablet is done, huh? Not done, huh?
No, sir.
Tablet is not done.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no worries. So we'll go with proc tablet.
PWN code.
PWN code, it takes hardly less time, only 20 minutes, I guess. Rank is done, set and it is done. Proc sort?
Or, sir.
Proc sort over. Okay then. So tomorrow I'll complete this tablet and proc PWN code.
Okay, sir.
Okay then. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.